Hey kindergarten, it's time for more learning with Little Tweet and Mrs. Hill. It is Thursday, May 7th. We're working on day 27 lessons and it's time for math. Math is super fun today. I'm so excited. So yesterday, you guys should have made some sort of shape robot. You're going to need that shape robot for today. If you didn't do yesterday's lesson, you can either make your own shape robot before you do this video, or you can use my shape robot to complete this paper, okay? So if you have your own shape robot, you're going to use that. If you don't, you can use mine. You do need this shape robot paper today. And then we also are doing this square right here. We used this same paper yesterday. We're going to use it again. And right here it says day 27. This is the one we're doing. Okay, and then of course you just need a pencil and that's it. All right, guys, go ahead and pause the video and get your materials. All right, now before we get started with our shape robot, I have another math challenge for you. So you're gonna have to really turn on your brains and do your best thinking. And if this is too hard for you, that's okay, just give it a try, okay? So I have two shapes hiding in my cup. I'm not gonna tell you what kinds of shapes I have, but what I will tell you is that if you add up all the sides of my shapes, there are 7 sides and 7 corners or vertices. Okay, so I have 2 shapes, and all together, those shapes have 7 sides. That doesn't mean there's 7 sides in each shape. That means that each shape has a certain amount of sides, and if you added them up, you'd get 7. So what 2 shapes do you think I have in my cup? Why don't you guys take about 10 seconds to think about that. And if you need to get a pencil and a blank piece of paper and draw out some ideas, that would be totally fine. So you know what? Maybe let's do that. Let's pause the video and take a little thinking time, or just draw it out. See if you can figure out which 2 shapes are in my cup. Ready? Pause the video. All right, did you guys figure it out? Maybe you came up with some good ideas. Let me show you what I have in my cup. So we know that in my 2 shapes, there's a total of 7 sides and 7 corners or vertices. So let's see what we have. My first shape is, a square. So my square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. If I'm gonna get up to 7, what other shape do I need to have to make, if I add that number of sides to 4? I know that sounds confusing. Sorry, guys. Ready? Let's see. A triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. So a square and a triangle. Now, could I have had a rectangle in there? Would that have worked too? Is that also 4 plus 3? It is. So some of you might have guessed that I had a rectangle and a triangle, and that would have been a very, very, very good guess, right? Okay, that can be a little bit tricky, but I think some of you probably figured that out. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I want you to now, actually, you know what? Before we do our shape robot, let's watch a math video.
2D shapes. Which ones have sides and vertices? Let's learn today. Sides are the straight lines that form the shape. Vertices are the corners that the 2 lines make. Let's move and count the sides and vertices of these 2D shapes. This is a square. Let's move and count the sides of a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. A square has 4 sides. Let's move and count the vertices of a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. A square has 4 vertices and 4 sides. This is a triangle. Let's move and count the sides of a triangle. 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 sides. Let's move and count the vertices of a triangle. 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 vertices and 3 sides. This is a rectangle. Let's move and count the sides of a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle has 4 sides. Let's move and count the vertices of a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle has 4 vertices and 4 sides.
All right, guys, it is shape robot time. So get your shape robot. I went ahead and taped mine up here so that friends who don't have a shape robot can use mine. We are going to need this paper that says shape robot at the top, and we're going to be filling out this chart on the bottom. Now, a lot of these words might be challenging for you to read, so I want to go through this whole paper together, guys, okay? So I'm not going to say, pause the video and do your paper. We're actually going to do it together because I want to make sure that you know what all these words say. So for day 27, it says, use your robot to complete the chart below. So we need to look at each body part and count the names of shapes used. Whew, they want us to write the names. I think that's a little crazy. We might skip that. Well, maybe we could write the name of one shape used. Then the number of sides, the number of angles, oh my goodness, and the number of corners. Okay, look guys, here's what we're gonna do. We haven't even talked about angles yet. So the first thing that you're going to do is we're gonna cross off this whole column right here. I'm gonna put a big X on it. It's the third empty column. 1, 2, 3. We are not going to count how many angles. We're just going to write the name of one of the shapes we used, how many sides it has, and how many corners or vertices it has, okay? So the first body part of our robot we're looking at is the head. See, it says head. So I need to write the name of the shape that I used for my robot's head. I used a hexagon. Now, if I need to know book spelling for hexagon, I'm going to look right here. Hexagon. So I'm going to write hexagon. You go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's head. So remember, you can find book spelling right here. Then you're going to write how many sides that shape has. Well, my hexagon that I used for the head has 6 sides. So I'm going to write 6 sides. Whoops, I kind of wrote it across the line, but that's okay. And I also know that hexagons have 6 corners. Now yours, if you used like a circle, for example, you would write 0 sides and 0 corners. Or if you used a triangle for your robot's head, you would write 3 sides and 3 corners. Go ahead and write how many sides and how many corners your robot's head has. All right, now the next body part we're looking at is the body. So hopefully your robot has some sort of body. My robot's body is a rectangle. So let me find the word rectangle right here, and I'm going to copy the book spelling for the word rectangle. You guys go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's body. All right. Now you're going to write how many sides and corners that shape has. Rectangles have 4 sides and 4 corners. Now, again, your answer might be different if you used a different shape for your robot's body. So go ahead, I'll give you about 5 more seconds to finish that up. Okay, now the next body part we're looking at is legs. I used rectangles for my robot's legs as well. So again, I'll write the word rectangle. And that has rectangles have 4 sides and 4 corners. All right, you go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's legs. Okay, the next body part is feet. So if I look at my robot, I see that I used circles for my robot's feet. Now to find the book spelling for the word circle, I'm going to look right here on my paper. So I used a circle for my robot's feet. A circle has 0 sides and 0 corners or vertices. Go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's feet, and then write how many sides and how many corners that shape has. Okay, the next body part is arms. So let me take a look at my robot. I used triangles for my robot's arms. So let me see if I can find the book spelling for the word triangle. Here it is. So I will write triangle. And a triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners or vertices. Go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's arms. Okay, the last one is hands. I used circles for my robot's hands, so I'm going to write circle again. Circle. And then a circle has 0 sides and 0 corners. You go ahead and write the name of the shape that you used for your robot's hands. Okay, now in case that was too fast for you, let me just review what these body parts say in case you need to pause the video and back up and do any of them again, okay? And remember, first column here, you're writing the name of the shape, then how many sides, and then how many corners. So the first body part is head, then body, legs, feet, arms, hands. So if you are having a hard time remember, get your mouth ready and make the sound of that first letter, and that might help you. If you need to pause the video and finish that up, you can go ahead and do that. And I'll actually, in case you're using my robot, you can pause the video on my robot if that helps. All right, friends, now that you're done with your shape robot and your paper, make sure you put those in a safe place and have your families take a picture to send your teacher so that your teacher can see your amazing work. We have one last little thing to do, all right, little tweet? So yesterday you did this side, this little exit ticket here. Today we're going to do this side, day 27. It says color 2 shapes that you would use to make the gray shape. I'm not even going to give you any answers here, but I'm just going to let you know that you can put 2 of these shapes together to make this shape. So color the 2 shapes you'd put together. And my little hint to you is that these shapes might not be the same size, but they are the same shape. So go ahead and pause the video and complete your exit ticket. Great job, everybody. Math is over. For part 3 of Learning with Little Tweet coming up next, we're not doing social studies. We're going to do something different. So come on back and do some more learning with us. Good job.